This is Minutia Men with Rick and Dave.
So we had a big weekend.
What'd you say? I went to a metal show. I can't hear you, Rick.
You
What'd
know
say?
what? We went to see Blue Oyster Cult together, which we had not seen in 40 years.
40 years, yeah.
And, you know, they sounded pretty good. I thought
they sounded fine.
Very clean sound.
Yeah, very...
Burning for You.
Burning for You was great.
We were
rocking.
But to me, the highlight of that night was not the actual concert.
Was the Facebook post of people
even
flexing
better.
Okay.
Even better. It was where we parked that night.
Okay.
Because we didn't think about parking. And the Riviera
It's
Theater,
Chicago, who needs to think about parking, right?
especially in that neighborhood, there was nowhere to park.
Right.
Everything is those zones.
Yeah.
You know, at nighttime it would have been towed,
And you could only park for an hour or whatever.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then Dave had the brilliant idea of parking on his old street in Edgewater, and we went there, and I got to see the place that Dave grew up. And it was very exciting for me. We were outside your apartment building.
Yeah.
You pointed to the window where you found out that your father was dead.
the window that my dad died in.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then we went down the street to the funeral home parking lot where you played baseball and
wiffle ball, and that was.
And you parked cars there for the funeral home.
Yeah.
I felt like it was a stroll down memory lane.
We didn't get to go. You didn't want to walk the extra block to see the grammar school. My school.
No, we drove by it.
We
though.
did drove by it.
Yeah.
But we should have parked in where where I found out that I was Femme of the Year.
I would have liked to see that.
We'll come back.
But I did take pictures. When we post this episode on Instagram, I'll post the picture of Dave in front of his house. You know, the touching moment of the pine tree you remembered when that pine tree was planted, and now it's 40 feet tall.
It's
it was actually, kind of a heartwarming thing.
Wow, thank you.
I felt like maybe we should do tours.
Okay, a walking tour.
Yes, a walking tour of Dave's life.
My favorite part of that whole experience was when you posted on Facebook that we were at the show.
Yeah.
Lots of people making fun of the fact that maybe we should be fearing the Reaper a little bit more at our age.
Exactly.
It's
everyone had the same joke, but it's a good joke.
I'm not.
We might have said the same joke while we were there.
But
it was fun. It's thanks to Brandon for giving us those tickets.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
And now it's time for Minutia Men with Rick and Dave.
The following is a Tony Lasano podcast, an Opie production on the Radio Misfits Podcast Network. This is Minutia Men with Rick and Dave.
I always liked Blue Oyster Cult. I would never call myself a cultist, right? Is that what they call themselves? Right. But holy crap, there were people there that were...
Oh, that was something.
Really, really into Blue Oyster Cult.
That was something. Yeah. And they looked like they were about 90. And when you see, like, let's say an 80-year-old man... who has a walker and needs help, standing up and like throwing his fist in the air and mouthing the
every
words
word to every obscure song,
to songs you've never heard before, like 9-minute songs.
Oh my God, they've never played Whistling Church before live.
It was wild.
Yeah. It was great.
Yeah.
Riviera is a nice venue.
It is.
It was, and it wasn't even that.
They've got chairs in there now.
I know that was that was the thing that was worrying me about this. Is like, oh crap, I got to stand for this.
I know.
whole show.
I was worried about that too.
And then when we walk in, we're like, oh,
no problem.
Perfect. I guess at that age, there would have been problems. All right, well, let's get to it.
All right,
Rick, I know that you're a deep thinker.
I am.
Wouldn't you consider? I mean, I have seen you ponder some of life's biggest mysteries, having a cigar in your garage.
That's why I have the cigars.
Right.
I want to solve the world's problems.
And I've seen that. But have you ever wondered how do mascots like the Philly Fanatics stay fresh in the summer heat?
I actually have wondered about that.
What do you think they do?
I do have like little fans inside.
But there's a secret here. That the Associated Press uncovered here.
Really?
Let me talk about it. While fans in the stands cool off with ice-cold drinks and ballpark breezes, there's one team member who never seems to break a sweat. You know who that is? It's the mascot.
Sure.
Right? You don't see him sweat. Yeah. The Philly Fanatic.
They're losing like 50 pounds inside their
hold
costume.
On.
Yeah.
Slugger from Kansas City, right? Clark, the pantless Do the Cubs have a
Yeah. Clark.
And does he run around the field and stuff and whatever without pants?
Yeah. Well, he's a bear.
Yeah, I know, but
Bears don't wear pants.
But he's wearing a jersey
and a hat.
Okay, so that makes totally sense. So while fans are, are these furry mascots? There's a serious question: how do you survive the sweltering heat?
Yeah.
It could get to be 100, and you're wearing a big head. What is the Philly Fanatic? Is it a mutant?
It's, I don't know, a dragon or something?
I don't know, whatever. So, but here it is. Tom Burgoyne, who brings the Philly Fanatic to life, has a simple solution: vodka and water.
Get out.
No. And he neat and holds the limit. Lysol or Febreze used to be the go-tos for keeping the stench under control.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Now it's, for whatever reason, vodka and water. He gets a squeegee box or bottle, and he drinks it too, obviously. And that is what is keeping. And I guess this is huge with all the mascots.
Oh.
This vodka and water is
so
like
they're all
this.
Drunks.
They are all drugs. Now, they do have cooling vests and, with the frozen gel packs and whatever,
Yeah.
blah, 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 blah. But I did some research, okay?
Okay.
And what I thought was interesting is that there are quite a few alcohol-themed mascots in America.
Oh.
Well, we know Bernie Brewer,
Sure.
right? And
we hate Bernie Brewer.
And I knew about this guy, Barley from the Hillsboro Hops, which is a single A affiliate for the Diamondbacks in Arizona.
Okay.
Okay, it's Barley. Okay, so it plays in there. But here's a couple that you may not have heard of, okay? And they're basically all from independent hockey leagues and semi-pro teams, all right?
I love the mascots on these. Yeah.
Sir Chugs-a-Lot. Okay, this is a mascot of the independent hockey team, the Pittsburgh Pilsners.
Okay.
Blackout Betty.
Wow.
Of the Midwest Independent League semi-pro team, the Dayton Draft Dodgers. Okay. And Blackout Betty, wears two different shoes, keeps forgetting what inning it is, and occasionally pretends to vomit in the visitor's bullpen.
That's hilarious.
Hangover Hank. Okay.
These are real.
These are real. Granted, they're real mascots for teams that are semi-pro.
Yeah, so what?
Like Rick Kempfer can bat seventh on one of these.
What? Yeah.
Hangover Hank, mascot of the Scranton Shotgunners, a semi-pro team. He dresses up like a disheveled, middle-aged, recently divorced man. Shows up in the fourth inning with sunglasses on and holding a greasy breakfast burrito. Okay, and his signature move is lying down on the pitcher's mound and groaning, basically. But my favorite, I think
I could play that guy.
My favorite is a semi-pro softball team in Springfield, Nebraska, the Springfield Hard Seltzers. And their mascot is called Sir Psoriasis. Or no, cirrhosis. Not psoriasis. Oh, psoriasis would work too. Cirrhosis, Sir Cirrhosis, right? And he's a medieval knight with a jaundiced face and a shield shaped like a prescription pill bottle. Sir Cirrhosis, not psoriasis. Now, we had a bunch of years ago. Was this our first interview when we did the San Diego Chicken?
It was our second or third.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it was
Robbie Rist was our first
cousin Oliver for Brady Bunch. But we are going to play. We had a nice interview with San Diego Chicken, and this is going to tie in with what we're talking about.
I mean,
we'll play it a little later on in the show.
We'll wait for our Studio Well segment for that. All right, I want to go over a story that was in the New York Times this week. It's about the performative male. And this is something that happens, every generation or so when macho is so acceptable, that everyone's like, oh, we got to be men, got to be men.
Did I ever tell you about the time I was Femme of the Year?
You might have mentioned that. But there's always a backlash against the
toxic masculinity.
So this new masculine archetype has arrived. Social media is obsessing over performative males. TikTokers are posting stealth videos of them in the wild. But what is a performative male? He's the opposite of macho, the antithesis of toxic masculinity. His vibe is designed to attract progressive women.
Ooh, okay.
All right. He carries a tote bag. Oh. He sips iced matcha latte.
Okay.
He reads or pretends to read Sally Rooney or Joan Didion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've met most of these at the Femme of the Year conventions that we have every year.
He wears wired headphones and baggy pants. He listens to Clairo and wants to tell you about his vinyl collection.
Okay.
That is the new generation's version of the sensitive male.
Okay.
Right. Now, we've had this in our life during your Femme of the Year age. Clint Eastwood was huge. Charles Bronson was huge. And then there was a backlash against it. And suddenly Alan Alda was the...
Oh, you mean Alan Alda?
Alan Alda was
Alda,
the...
Right. The wisecracking glib guy,
and also sensitive,
right?
And remember when we were kids, they did that album "Free to Be You and Me" with Marlo Thomas and Alan Alda. Well, I went looking for that because I know we had that album when I was a kid, so I just wanted to see if it was still out there. It's still out there, and I found something that I had forgotten all about. Do you remember that?
It was a parody song I did.
No, this is for real. Do you remember that Mel Brooks was part of that album?
I don't remember that. No.
He and Marlo Thomas played a stereotypical baby boy and a stereotypical baby girl.
Okay.
And they were exploring the various different... well, can I play it?
Sure,
play it
absolutely.
It's only a couple minutes long. It's actually quite funny.
Okay.
Here it is.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm a baby.
What do you think I am, a loaf of bread?
You could be. What do I know? I'm just born. I'm a baby. I don't even know if I'm under a tree or in a hospital or what. I'm just so glad to be here.
Well, I'm a baby, too.
Have it your own way. I don't want to fight about it.
What, are you scared?
Yes, I am. I'm a little scared. I'll tell you why. See, I don't know if I'm a boy or a girl yet.
What's that got to do with it?
Well, if you're a boy and I'm a girl, you can beat me up. You think I want to lose a tooth my first day alive?
What's a tooth?
Search me. I'm just born. I'm a baby. I don't know nothing yet.
You think you're a girl?
I don't know. I might be. I think I am. I've never been anything before. Let me see. Let me take a little look around. Cute feet, small, dainty. Yep. I'm a girl. That's it. Girl time.
What do you think I am?
You? That's easy. You're a boy.
You sure?
Of course I'm sure. I'm alive already 4 or 5 minutes, right? I haven't been wrong yet.
Gee, I don't feel like a boy.
That's because you can't see yourself.
Why? What do I look like?
Bald. You're bald, fella. Bald. You're bald as a ping pong ball. Are you bald?
So?
So? Boys are bald and girls have hair.
Are you sure?
Of course I'm sure. Who's bald, your mother or your father?
My father.
I rest my case.
You're bald, too.
You're kidding.
No, I'm not.
Don't look.
Why?
Oh, a bald girl. Yeah. Disgusting.
Maybe you're a boy and I'm a girl.
There you go again. I told you I'm a girl. I know it. I'm a girl and you're a boy.
I think you're wrong.
I am never wrong. What about shaving?
What about it?
You just shaved, right?
Wrong.
Exactly. And you know why? Because everyone's born with a clean shave. It's just that girls keep theirs and boys don't.
So what does that prove?
Tomorrow morning, the one that needs a shave, he's a boy.
Well, I can't wait until tomorrow morning.
See, that proves it. Girls are patient. Boys are impatient.
Yeah? What else?
Can you keep a secret?
Absolutely.
There you go. Boys keep secrets. Girls don't.
Go on.
Are you afraid of mice?
No.
I am. I'm terrified of them. I hate them. Squeak, squeak, squeak. What do you want to be when you grow up?
A fireman.
What did I tell you?
How about you?
A cocktail waitress. Does that prove anything to you?
You must be right.
I told you I'm always right. You're a boy, and I'm the girl.
I guess so. Oh, wait. Here comes the nurse to change our diapers.
About time, too. I have never been so uncomfortable in my life.
Hey, look at that.
What?
You see that? I am a girl. And you're a boy.
Hey, it sure looks like it.
What do you think of that?
I can't understand it.
Well, it sure goes to show you.
What?
You can't judge a book by its cover.
What does that mean?
How should I know? I'm only a baby.
So am I. Goo.
Goo.
There it is.
That was very good.
Yeah, not bad, huh? Yeah.
When was that, like 70?
1974.
Okay.
So in the years leading up to Femme of the Year. It turns out that whoever named you that didn't hear that.
Absolutely, because there's no gender roles.
Right, exactly.
Well, and do you think...
I feel like I'm closer to you as far as the whole Femme of the Year thing now that I've seen the neighborhood. And it's a rough and tumble neighborhood. I mean, it's inner city of Chicago.
Absolutely. Let me ask you a question. You didn't have a Femme of the Year award in your school, right?
No.
What do you think your odds, if there was, your odds that you
I got about a 70% chance.
You think so?
70% chance.
Who would be...
I had several that were, vying for it along with me. I don't want to name names.
Okay, well, I'll name Peter Kaderka.
Oh, well.
Yeah. How he did not win, I still don't know. I don't know. Hey, we got a review.
Okay.
From Peter Kadurka.
What?
A fun podcast that doesn't make anyone mad. Well, that's kind of nice.
Well, Peter Kadurka might be a little mad.
Marth 6 on Podtrack. So that was a nice, fun. We probably make. Do we really make anybody mad?
I don't think so. It's time for another feature.
Time now for Studio Walls.
And the words of the prophets were written on the studio walls.
So Dave mentioned earlier that we're going to be playing a clip here from the San Diego Chicken, and there's two reasons to play it. One is the great story about the
mascots drinking and the alcoholic mascots. Yeah.
The other is this is the week of Elvis's death. Yeah. That's Elvis's death week. 1977. Yeah. And so we're combining the two things.
Where were you? Do you remember where you were when you heard it?
I was in Germany. Mm-hmm. I do remember. It was, and my mother was a huge Elvis fan, so she was very upset. But she liked the fat, can't help falling in love Elvis.
Oh, not the pelvis. Right. Elvis the pelvis.
Well, this story
she
combines...
probably liked Elvis the pelvis a little bit.
She might have, but she wouldn't tell me. This story combines Elvis and the San Diego Chicken, and there's only one way to do it, and that's just to play it. Here we go.
Was the night I made Elvis laugh during concert on stage so hard that it stopped the show.
Really?
And, yes. Oh, absolutely. It was about 1976, about 16 months before he passed away. And he was at the sports arena. And again, one of the things I did representing the radio station, I would go to every public event conceivable, including concerts. I was a fixture, everybody's concerts. And so Elvis was appearing on this night. And as was my role, I would, work among the crowds. But on this particular night, as I came into the sports arena, I know security was giving me the red eye, giving me their game face, like, not Elvis, don't you dare go goofing around.
He's the king, man.
Yes, absolutely. And, I was biding my time and, just greeting fans around on the concourse, especially as the concert got started. I was up on the concourse level seats, and then Elvis broke into a tribute for Jerry Lee Lewis and started singing Whole Lot of Shakin' Going On. And I said to myself, that's my song.
Exactly. You're the chicken. You cannot not dance to the shaking going on.
All I can say is that thank God it wasn't Great Balls of Fire.
That's right.
Because God only knows.
Chicken in the barn. What barn? My barn. So as he's breaking into this number, in the darkness there of the sports arena, I run down the aisle of the seats onto the floor, and then beeline it all the way up to the stage. And there, as Elvis is singing, I'm dancing right under him, going back and forth in the front row of the aisle there. And Elvis catches this, and he starts laughing, and I mean laughing hard, fellas. And it gets to the point where he loses his lyrics, loses control of his lyrics, and also drops the one knee laughing so hard. And as he's glancing over, he's got tears in his eyes. The Klieg lights were clearly showing this. And it gets to the point where the band is still playing back behind him, but from their angle, they couldn't see that, I was goofing off in the front row beneath the stage. And Elvis's doctor runs on stage.
You killed Elvis. You killed Elvis.
The famous Dr. Nick. Mm-hmm. And he comes on with his black bag, and he runs onto the stage. He attempts to get Elvis to lay down as he's on one knee, laughing so hard, cannot continue with the song. And Elvis shakes him off, and he just points to me loosely. And this is as the doctor has already pulled out his stethoscope. And then he sees me, and he mouths an epithet, and puts his stethoscope away back into the bag and hustles off the stage. Elvis collects himself, turns the band signals to them to keep playing louder now, and he finishes the song. And I'm still dancing up and down the aisle. The number finishes, and then Elvis turns and apologizes to the crowd for flubbing the lyrics. And he says, I don't know if you all can see, but you got to believe me. There's a chicken dancing up here in front.
Oh, there's a chicken there. There's a chicken there.
Right. And the audience acknowledges, sure, because they're quite familiar with me. And then he says, Elvis comes up with a great line. He says, well, I want to warn this chicken something. I don't know who put him up to this, but my manager's name is the Colonel.
Oh, very
There it is. That's a great story.
Yeah.
You know, the San Diego Chicken came to Chicago a few years later.
Well, you know, in those years, he was
everywhere.
And he was enormous. I mean, he was a huge star.
He was.
Just huge.
He still would be, but he just decided to stop doing it. But he got into a lawsuit. Do you remember this with the Lovables? There was a lovable that he was wrestling with, goofing around with, and she said he caused some dental issues, TMJ or something, and she sued him for $300,000 and won.
Oh, really?
And it turns out that Landecker and the Legends wrote a song about that. It's short. I'll play it for you right now. Here it is.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Here's a story in the news about a chicken on a floor rolling with a lovable. But she really didn't like it, so she thought that she would fight it. She decided that she'd sue. The lovable and chicken trial lasted quite a little while, and we wondered who would win. The cuddly little fellow wearing orange and yellow was so sure that it was him. The chicken don't know what to say now. He thinks he blew it on the stand. The lovable with T and J now was awarded $300,000.
Wow.
There it is. From like 96 or something like that.
So if you did this is like 20 years. How many years? What year is this?
This is 2025. So it would be 30 years next year from that.
You've got to. When are you going to put out the 30-year retrospective? Landecker and the Legends.
I do it every week.
Yeah, good point.
I do it every week on this show. All right. Do you have any more stories for us?
Now that we're in the mode of I just heard some German words.
Yeah.
Right? Do with chicken dance. Very German. You people love the chicken dance.
We do love the chicken dance.
So I found this story here that just screamed to you.
Okay.
And I'm like, I got to do this story. German states debate who invented the bratwurst.
Okay.
A row has broken out between two German states. You fuckers, you guys just cannot get along, can you? A row has broken out between two German states, Bavaria and, is it Thuringia?
Thuringia, yeah.
Thuringia.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's how I pronounce it, Thuringia?
Yeah, like you've heard of Thuringer sausages.
Well, I always called it a Thuringer.
Well, it's pronounced Thuringia.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Bavaria and Thuringia are fighting now as to who can lay claim to inventing the bratwurst sausage. Okay. Until now, Werkkuch Tavern in Bavaria has claimed to be the oldest bratwurst stand in the world. Die Wurst. What is it?
Wurst. What Keller? Wurst Keller.
It's WURSTKUCHL.
Oh, Wurstküchen. Yeah, that's a
Wurstküchen.
It's the kitchen, the sausage kitchen.
Okay, the sausage kitchen is. Yeah. It's situated on the stone bridge in Regensburg on the Danube River. Yeah. I'm an American man.
You are.
The oldest documented evidence of a cook or food is on the stone bridge. Boils down to
my mom's from Regensburg.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, she's a huge listener, so she's going to go.
Oh, she loves the show. Big fan.
So 1378 was the document that they were at this. But now historians in Erfurt, Thuringia, have come across a document from 1269.
Oh,
that mentions people who rented a building with a meat roasting stand. Okay, more than 100 years earlier than the Regensburg sausage.
Well, but meat roasting's not the same as sausage,
But whatever. They are now.
Yeah, all right.
Germans are taking a little liberty here.
Yeah.
And as you can expect, there has been some sniping between the two towers.
That's really hard to believe.
Okay. And I've got some posts on social media posts from people from both sides of the aisle here.
Okay.
All right. Some of it, it's going to start off kind of tame, and then we're going to get into the meat, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Alan Grossfeld from Munich posted on the popular encased meat website Sausage Advocate. Hey, Thuringia.
Just don't worry about it.
Right. Hey, Thuringia, if your sausage is older, why does it still taste undercooked?
Ooh,
okay.
Them's fighting words.
Then Greta Schilling, an innkeeper from Weimar, wrote on the Tavern's football Facebook page, Bavaria, the state that turned up to the bratwurst party a century late with stale pretzels.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Then Katrin Hoffman, a butcher from Jena, gets into the fray.
This is about as mean as Germans get.
Bavarians brag about 1378 like it's impressive. Congratulations. You invented sausage after the Black Death. Good timing.
Gee,
that's scary.
That's a German joke.
No
humor at all.
Okay, you haven't seen the bad humor yet. Holger Meissner, grill master from Erfurt. In Bavaria, the bratwurst comes with sauerkraut. In Thuringia, it comes with dignity.
Oh, God.
Okay. Now, Uwe Krantz, a history teacher from Erfurt, said, Bavarian bratwurst pride is like a Bayreuth opera. Bloated, overlong.
Bayreuth
opera. Bloated, overlong, and nobody outside Germany actually wants to sit through it.
Wow.
Okay. Then Sabine Wolfram from Erfurt says, the only thing more overrated than a Regensburg bratwurst is the Neuschwanstein Castle.
Next time I do this story.
Built on fantasy, both attracting gullible tourists.
Oh, wow.
But then Matthias Kroll, or Kroll, it's the umlaut, was it Kroll?
Yeah, Kroll.
If the Thuringians really invented the bratwurst, why does every one of their sausages taste like it was seasoned by an East German railway conductor in 1973? So
that's a good one.
Okay.
That's a good one.
So there's something. Do not, for you Americans out there planning to go, do not. You're going to be collateral damage here.
That's those are some harsh words. Those are some harsh words. All right, I have a story for you. This one's about a chicken.
Oh,
the oldest chicken in the world. This chicken is named Pearl. Life has not always been easy for Pearl, the world's oldest living chicken. She once broke her leg fleeing a raccoon attack.
Oh.
Her fellow hens have tried to kill her.
No.
That's not very nice. She suffered bouts of chicken pox and pneumonia, and these days her arthritis tilts her body to one side, and her best friend is a mop.
So this chicken has had chicken pox?
This chicken has had chicken pox, yeah. Sonia Hull of Little Elm, Texas, hatched Pearl herself in an incubator and says she was always a bit of a runt. Hens have a pecking order, and she was the lowest one since she was born. And in fact, the other hens, as she mentioned earlier, tried to kill her. So in order to save her life, she brought the chicken into the house.
So it became a domesticated
and
chicken.
The chicken is now their pet.
Okay.
And it hangs out with a mop. It likes to snuggle up with a mop, and the mop is now her best friend. And she often scoots her way into the living room to enjoy some television and some neck scratches.
Aww.
That's the world's oldest chicken. But I have some bad news for Hull and Pearl, and that is there's an older chicken.
Oh, okay.
Because Pearl's only 14. There's a chicken that's got to be in his 60s by now, and that is Marty McFly. He's got to be in his 60s now, don't you think? And he definitely is a chicken.
No. Yeah, what are you, deaf and stupid? I said no. What's wrong, McFly? Chicken? What did you call me, Griff? Chicken! McFly! Nobody calls me chicken.
There we go.
Do you remember the T-shirt that you got on your 30th birthday?
Yes, I do. I do.
The chicken pussy.
Yeah.
Describe to the audience.
So it's a picture of two birds, a chicken, and a cat.
Right.
It's
chicken and a cat.
Chicken and a cat.
Yeah, right.
And the cat is calling the chicken a chicken,
right?
Saying chicken, and the chicken is calling the cat pussy, and that was.
It's my favorite shirt ever.
So that was when I turned 30. Yeah. So that's when I was Femme of the Year, apparently, with that shirt. So that was 1993.
Well, we've got an alumni dance coming up.
Do we?
If you want to come.
All right. So we still have other features to do, don't we?
We have the emails.
Okay, let's do that one.
Rick and Dave get email, electronic mail, in an electronic bag, or inbox. Rick and Dave email. Rick and Dave email.
So I don't think I've ever heard that one.
Yeah, I like to mix it up a little bit. This one is from Wilbur, and it refers to something that happened to our show last week. Just listened to your new podcast and was reminded of this old Rob Schneider routine about the word dude.
Oh, okay.
Because remember, we were talking about the origin of the word dude in last week's show. And here is that segment.
It's great to be here in Southern California. Southern California is where the word dude comes from. I've watched the word dude develop over the years. It's turned into a word kind of like the Polynesian word aloha. You know, it has more than just one meaning. You can use it to say hello to people. Dude. It's also used to mean listen or come here. Dude. But its most important meaning, though, most important is you blew it. Dude. It can also mean, are you in the closet with a knife? Dude?
There you go. So thanks, Wilbur. And you were mentioning that there was a comedy bit about the usage of the word dude.
That could be what
it was like deep in the recesses of your brain or something. Yeah. So there it is. Thanks very much to Wilbur. All right, we have people to thank.
Should we tease we've got Carl Giammarisi.
Yeah, so we have another show called Minutia Men Celebrity Interview. We played episode 8 earlier with San Diego Chicken.
Was it 8 or 2?
It was at number 8.
So we had 7 before?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just looked it up. Yeah. And then we have done 182 of them now. And number 182 is Carl Giammarisi. It's available right now. Carl and I talk about his new solo album. Again, Dave was not part of this one. And at the very beginning, Dave, I mentioned you and said that...
Did you do a Lane Tech?
I did a whole Lane Tech swimming thing.
Okay, great.
So you're there in spirit.
That's fine.
But it's a good interview. You should check it out.
What did you say about how does Lane Tech swimming go?
Well, I said that you're not going to be here and that therefore he's not going to have to talk about Lane Tech swimming nude again. Okay. So.
And did he remember that he had
Oh, yes, he did. Okay. He did remember that. I believe he said, I remember that. So, check it out. Carl Giammarisi, Minutia Men Celebrity Interview. Now we have people to thank.
Ed Silla, Tony Lozano, both of those cats.
And Brandon for Blue Oyster Cult tickets.
Absolutely. And booking our guests.
And, and we've got lots more stuff to do. In fact, we got an interview to tape here in a moment.
And 5 minutes ago when we were supposed to do.
We're running a little late, which is why Dave's giving me the wrap-up signal. But I can't wrap it up until I find the closing theme song, which is right here. We'll be back again next week with a brand new episode of
Minutia Men.
The preceding was a presentation of the Radio Misfits Podcast Network. Find our other great shows on iTunes, Stitcher Radio, and at radiomisfits.com. Thank you.
This has been a presentation of Opie Productions.
Tony, can you shut up?
Chicken! Nobody calls me chicken.